Isn't she the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life?
Yep, she is. That was a rhetorical question. Anywho, I did a little unboxing yesterday and people really liked it. And it was so much easier than doing a full review or a full retrospective thing that I do with all the cutaways and stuff. And people said, hey, you should do just straight up reviews. And I was like, yeah. So I got a figure yesterday, Mach 1, and I have some strong feelings about it. Want to hear them? Here it goes.
Look up there!
That's not possible.
I've seen that guy somewhere. On TV.
I'm not sure I hope it's long underwear character.
Hello gang, it's your boy David here. I figured that, a lot of people online are just going out and getting thousands of subscribers from doing generic Marvel Legends reviews. And I want to do that too. So I'm going to do my first ever quick out of the box Marvel Legends review of Mach 1. Yes, I was so excited about receiving this figure in the post yesterday. I'm a huge mark for the Thunderbolts. I started reading them as issue 1 came out back in 1997. It was an exciting time to be a kid and not realize that the 90s were going to be looked back on with some skepticism. As far as comics are concerned, I think the rest of us globally consider the 90s to be a bit of a golden age now. Oh, to harken back there. Anyway, I digress. Mach 1, I was really psyched to be getting this figure. We had Citizen V, we had Songbird, and now we've got Mach 1, and it is awful. I'm so sorry to say, this figure is not good. When I first saw the art for the figure online, I was like, ooh, that looks really bright white in the armor. I hope it's not gonna look too tacky when it arrives. Guess what? It looks worse. I was trying to convince myself. Do you ever have that sometimes? Like when you go to see a film, like when you went to see, for example, Man of Steel in the cinema, and you want it to be good, so you think to yourself, that was all right. I quite enjoyed that. And then you realize, no, it was bad. It was bad. I didn't enjoy it. Same thing with Mach 1. Look, this just feels so cheap and bargain basement. It's like the minimal amount of effort has gone into this. I feel like Marvel Legends are like me when I was at school. My teachers would write, oh, David's a bright lad, but he does the minimum amount to get by. Yep, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. So I can see what you're doing, Marvel Legends. Look at this. Where's the clear perspex so you can see the eyes of the figure underneath? Just like in so many iterations of the character, when you see him in the comics, you can see the face. And don't pretend that you can't do it, because Hasbro have done this kind of thing before. Instead, we just get this cheap white-looking plastic with just a plain red visor. And I was about to say worst of all, but I can't decide what's worst. First of all, look at the bendy rubber. I can just pull this apart. It's look, maybe I could see what they were trying to go for. Like, it does give you more articulation, I suppose, because the team leader, Citizen V, has the more solid shoulder pads, and it really does hamper articulation. But it just looks cheap. And then you've got the legs, the joints feel like this weird gummy kind of texture. It's like, congratulations, Hasbro, you've made an edible Marvel Legend. Is this made out of a gummy bear? Because anytime I try to bend things, I worry, like, am I just going to bend this like out of proportion? Because it doesn't feel. It feels weird. All right, it's like dating someone who looks like your ex. It feels weird. Speaking of weird and minimal effort, where have these hands come from? Because I'll tell you what, they're sure as hell not Mach 1s. They're tiny. They're bizarrely tiny. The designer of this figure left all his homework until Sunday night, and then just grabbed whatever pieces he could and was like, this'll do. I mean, we've got Ultron's legs, which are reused, but that's actually, I don't mind that. I kind of like the knobbly texture. I think that's okay. But, it is a lot of reuse, and the stuff that's new is again, it just looks kind of cheap. Again, like the flight harness, the shape of it, the mold is all right, but it feels kind of tacky. There's no shading, no intimate detail. It's just plain white, along with all the other plain white. It's all just plain brilliant white. Like, I'd be afraid to go into battle if I was him, because I'd be like, oh no, I don't want to get grass stains on my harness. So the hands are just bizarre. A smart dude recommended swapping out maybe Speed Demon's hands, because they're slightly bigger, and also like they're clenched fists, or one pair of them is clenched fists. Because these, what are you holding? What are you like double fisting to imaginary drinks? Is that, hey, it's party time with my invisible cups? Like, who flies like that? Who stands like that? It's okay. The more I'm talking about it, like, the angrier I'm getting, and I don't want to get angry because I want to be positive. I wanted to like come up with a channel name for my Marvel Legends reviews and stuff, and I wanted it to be like a positive, I love this kind of thing name, but I can't be positive about this because I'm just. Your parents would say, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Well, I'm angry and I'm disappointed. This is Mach 1. And again, accessories. Nope. Nothing. It's like, where's the unmasked Abner Jenkins head? It wouldn't have killed you to do that, since there's no other accessories. You get the Build-A-Figure piece, but I have no intention. Yeah, you fall over. I have no intention of building the Abomination. The Gamerverse looks so ugly. I was tempted for like a second, and then I was like, nah. But okay, this has rolled on for over 5 minutes, so let's just do a little comparison. Well, not a comparison, but like we'll show side by side the other Thunderbolts, because he has his slightly less disappointing Thunderbolts leader, Citizen V here. And Citizen V, I'm not going to wax lyrical too much. Yeah, see, you can't even stand up. Citizen V is okay. The cape looks good, but it means that you can't really articulate or pose very much. And again, he didn't really come with anything in the way of accessories besides his sword. But, I'm not debating Citizen V. And we also have Songbird here as well. I'm going to move these lads back so you can see more than Songbird's crotch. Lovely. Here we go. Got a little Songbird here. And Songbird was a funny one. I know what you're thinking. That doesn't look like the regular Songbird. And you're right, it doesn't, because I swapped the head out. Because the head that Songbird comes with just has this awful fixed plastic mannequin stare, which is just the worst. It looks awful. So that head came off, and I replaced it with the redhead Stepford Cuckoo, which I think looks a bajillion times better. Also, I swapped the Cuckoo hands in there as well, because Songbird had these awful karate chop hands, which with the dead-eyed expression just looked the worst. So I added a little bit of white hair to the Cuckoo, and you know what? This actually looks decent. But again, it looks like a cheap bargain basement kind of effort when you look at the harness around her throat. Like that's supposed to be like a harness that generates the sound or converts it into these solid shapes, and instead she's just got this little sort of thing here. So I want to like this line because I love the Thunderbolts. I want them to bring out Moonstone and Fixer and Atlas, but they're going to have to do better than this, because I haven't come up with a rating scale. Maybe I should do if I do more of these reviews. But I will say right now, Thunderbolts is a dud. And it's a disappointing dud, because I wanted so much better. Must try harder. Just like my school report, lads. Must try harder. All right? Because I love Marvel Legends, and I want to be positive about them. Yeah, go on. You fall over too. No way. I can't leave you like that. I feel bad. I'm such a weirdo. Okay, so do you have this line so far? Do you want to see more of them? If you do, comment below and say what you figure. I was about to say comment below, let me know, but that's something that another YouTuber says, and I don't want to steal other people's stuff. So comment below and tell me what you think. Like, share, and subscribe, and if enough people enjoy this video, I will make more, probably given out about the next thing that annoys me.